What's up, everybody? I hope y'all are doing great. So today we're gonna do the second episode of backtesting. So again, last time this we left off plus 2R. So we took a loss and a winner. So minus 1R plus 3R. So we're gonna go ahead and start and continue the session from last time. But today is gonna be a little bit better. Why? Because let me bring my block note. So before taking a trade, we gotta answer these 6 questions. First one is which universal model. So are we going to trade from internal to external, or external to internal, or external to external? So again, internal to external, for example, trading from a gap to external, that's the first profile. Or we're trading from external to, let's just say, this gap. Or we're going to trade from external to external. So from external to external, or also to the high. So again, that would be the first question. And again, if you guys remember, I think this is where I left the price at. So it was the trade we took, it was somewhere in here on line. So literally the same drawings. If you guys go like from the last price, the last candle, I think it was this one. So that's the first question. That would be the first question. Second question, phases of price, or in expansion, or again, so that should be answered. The profile, and again, that's more of like the H4 profile because we're trading the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. So again, we're gonna see, are we trading a reversal H4 or a continuation? The fourth one is SMT / overall crack and correlation. Crack and, you know what, let's just keep it this. Crack and correlation. So either SMT. So I just found that the recording stopped while I was talking. Anyways, so we're gonna go with the first question, which universal model? Again, internal to external or external to internal, as I mentioned. Phase of price, are we an expansion phase or consolidation, or either or? Again, profiling, are we trading aligned with the 4-hour candle, or are we trying to take a reversal 4-hour candle? Again, that's something I'm gonna mention because we got 2 types: reversal, or continuation. Cracking correlations, SMTs, PSPs, 2-stage SMT, 2-stage PSP, strength switch, and aligned or not. So again, for this aligned or not, so alignment in general, are we aligned with the 4-hour? So again, if we're aligned with the 4-hour and the daily, that's most likely a continuation. So for example, just go to 4-hour, try to find an example really quickly. For example, in that case, we got a C2. We got this candle right here. What time was this? Is it 6 a.m.? All right, 10 a.m. So now, if we're gonna go to 30-minute, let's just go to 30-minute. So again, this is an open low high. So now, for example, let's just say this is a C2. You want to take it into this draw. So now we're aligned with the 4-hour because it just printed the low, and now we're aligned. So this is what I mentioned. And let me see, the next criteria is the entry. So yeah, in every trade, if we don't answer these 6 questions, then we don't have a valid trade, okay? So just to be beneficial for everybody. And yeah, let's start. Let's get this backtesting session started. So last backtesting session, which I uploaded yesterday, we stopped at Friday. So I'm just gonna go to New York session. It should be at 10 a.m. All right, perfect. So again, this is 10 a.m. This time we're gonna start from the daily. Again, the daily, what do we got? So we're trading again at all-time highs, which is not ideal. I don't like to trade at all-time highs because there's nothing really to target. But let's just see how it goes. Again, the daily supports a bullish expansion day due to the wick. And again, the day still can reverse because even if the candle flips bearish, look at the wick. It's not that huge compared to that one. Like look at the volume of these candles. 1, 2, 3. Look at Wednesday's range, Thursday's range. If you just take, which is Thursday is like the lowest volume candle. If you take it to Monday, like there is still a lot of room to expand. So even if the candle flips, it still got range to kind of go all the way somewhere in here, or trade back into the EQ of that range. Let's just see from the high to the low. I don't think he can do it today, but still. And again, it kind of Monday is setting up that framework of open high and then retracing more of that weekly profile. So Monday can still close bullish, but if Tuesday kind of trades above the high and then trades lower, that would be good. That would be like more of a weekly profile of Monday forms the wick, and then probably Tuesday and Wednesday expand, and then maybe also Thursday, and then Friday kind of caps off that weekly range. So again, so far what we got, a shallow opposing run. Does this candle still support bearish expansion? Yes, due to the fact that this wick is still not that big. So if we get a reversal off of the current high day, we're gonna take it, or we might get a delayed protraction profile and then trade that too. So again, same for ES, same story, and on YM. So there's nothing really here to kind of look into. So we're just gonna go to the 4 hour. And the 4 hour shows that, you know, we're gonna focus on pair by pair. Okay, so far what we got, again, this is 1800. I'm not sure if I have 1800 here. Daily open. This is the current high of day. Current high of day. So current high of day, I'm just gonna put it black. So again, like the only area where I will be interested in trading is like if we take out one of the sides, either current low of day or current high of day, because there's nothing really here that we can frame a trade off of. This is more of a AMD profile accumulation. We would want to see that manipulation and then the distribution lower, or the manipulation lower with some sort of SMT, with some sort of cracking correlation. Ideally a two-stage SMT. So the first stage would be that with that 4 hour with that 4 hour low, and then some sort of 30-minute or hourly swing to then take it to the upside. So I will be open to take both sides, because still the daily candle still supports expansion to either side. So if we're gonna go bullish, the wick is still small. Even if price retraces, that would still, like, that would be the daily open, that would be the wick, and then we can still trade that body. Or if price ends up trading higher, then that would be the wick and that would be the body. So it's not that huge. Okay, and yeah, same for ES. What do we have? Oh, we do have an SMT right there. So I think we do have this SMT. So I'm just kind of make sure. Yep. So so from ES being a stronger asset to then being weaker. So as you guys can see right here, it was stronger because the high, the 2 a.m. high traded above the 2200, which it did not here. So this one put in a lower low and then a higher high. But for that one, so we get the first two-stage cracking correlation, which still supports that maybe we might see this low getting taken out. Okay, and we also have a two-stage cracking correlation, a three-stage cracking correlation. So the first stage is the SMT, the second stage is the SMT again, and the third stage is the PSP itself. YM, for now, it's looking like the weakest asset due to the fact that this candle closed bearish. ES closed bullish, and this one, even though NQ did not take out the high, but just for based off that closure, this shows that NQ might kind of trade above the high to trigger that this might be the reversal. That might be the trigger for the reversal to kind of for price to expand lower. And yeah, hopefully YM holds the wick, so that would be also like a two-stage cracking correlation, because we have the PSP, and if we have an SMT while YM and AS still trade lower, that would be an ideal profile. So for now, there's nothing really I can trade based off the 4 hour, because this candle just closed in a sidebar. 2 a.m. closed as a C2. We respected the EQ of the wick. So for now, what I can do is just, I would be open actually to take longs into the high. Why? Because the SMT didn't cause price to reverse. So I might be open to take a long into that current high of day and then take a short. Why? Because we're seeing that price is failing to reverse. It's just ranging on both assets, and NQ is probably gonna break that SMT for price to expand lower. So if I go to the hourly, so by the way, on the 4 hour we got a C2, this is the C3, so what we're expecting is C4, or we might get a C2. Once we trade above that current high of day, the candle might flip bearish. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the hourly again, just same profile. Let me see what we got. So if we take this one right here, we got that two-stage cracking correlation, and price is just ranging, so this doesn't support like a real reversal. If price wants to reverse after your two-stage cracking correlation, ideally you just want the price to reverse right away. So again, price is just ranging. Again, this is more of like the AMD accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Yeah, there's nothing really we can trade on an hourly. We got the C3, this is the C4, so I wouldn't be willing to trade the C5. I would ideally see some sort of a new swing and then trade it higher, or at least a lower time frame sweep, because we just took out a high. So if I see a lower time frame sweep if I see a sweep on the lower time frame, I would be anticipating this high to get taken out, even though like this is a C4. But let me see on a 30-minute what do we got. Yeah, price has already expanded, so I would ideally go to 3-minute, and yeah, probably 4-minute plate this level, perform some sort of opposing run, and then close above, then I would be willing to trade it into the highs. To then, most likely that would be the trigger for price to trade lower into that low, and also probably the daily open and current low of day. So let's see what we'll get. Okay, good. So what do we got? We have SMT right there. Let me see. I'm not willing to trade these assets. Let me see it on M5. Ideally I want to see that closure. What time is it? 20. So let me take it by 3 minutes more. Okay. What do we got? We do have another stage, 2-stage SMT already, but this is not a 2-stage strength switch. Oh wow, that's good. That's looking good. That's looking juicy. Let me try to get 2R out of that trade. So if my TP is there, my stop is here, where's the place where I can get 2R? Just here. So I'm just gonna set my limit right there. So now this is more of a failure to manipulate type of setup. And yeah, that candle just confirm. I think we do have a C2. We don't. Let me see on M15. What do we got? We got an SMT fail. Yeah, we got an SMT fail. We got an SMT fail with the crack. Okay, that's perfect. So I'm just gonna take that trade. So again, oh wait. Before. So what am I trading? This is more of like internal because I'm trading from a gap to external. So this is the universal model. So let me just go back to the one phase of price. Now we just formed a swing. So now we're gonna expand profile. So now we're trading aligned with the 4-hour profile because the previous 4-hour candle closes C3. So now we're just trading the aligned profile, and also we're aligned with the daily. Do we have a cracking correlation? Yup, we do. We have a 2-stage cracking correlation. Are we aligned with the 4-hour and the daily? Yes. And entry, we got an M5. So we'll get the criteria there met. So we're just gonna go a buy limit. Let me put that one there. This one will be here, so that way we can journal the trade. So I'm still waiting for it to load up. So just waiting for it to load up. Okay, it just loaded. I'm gonna take a screenshot, and yeah, let's see if we're gonna get the retest or not. We did. And I'm gonna move my stops to break even right now because there's nothing really. There's no reason for price to come back. But again, remember, ES already took out the high. So that's a really red flag. And again, but this is the stronger asset. Wait, let me see. Was this stronger? No, it was weaker. But the weaker got to the high first. So yeah, I'm just going to move my stops to break even. Let's see if we're going to get to the high or not. And I think it got a break even. Oh my God. It's all right. What we could have done better. So let me go to 3 minute. So we got a break even right there. But the idea was good. Let me try to see. So after that closure, that was stronger actually. Dim cheater because it was closer to the draw. Anyways, so was there something we could have done better? Probably after this change in state, I could have put my stop right there instead, so I would cut my risk to half. But again, that's another break even. So just gonna set it right there. Gonna put it right there. But like in terms of management, I didn't like the fact that ES traded into the high first. But if you really look at it, we want to trade into the high, which has been already traded beforehand. Like it was traded all the way here. So in terms of management, using ES is not the smartest idea because this SMT has been broken like a while back. So it's not significant. But also like the phase of price, like I really want a price to expand directly, but it's like it keeps ranging for almost 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. So yeah, we got a break even right there. Let me see if we're gonna get that reversal or not, but I don't think we're gonna get it because that's already 12. So let's see. Oh, we did not. Yeah, we just confirmed this CISD and then traded higher. So yeah, we got a break even right there. So that was a good trade actually. And yeah, just got a break even on it. Now we're gonna go to the next session. Oh wow, is there some sort of news? Tuesday, 16th February. How can I see the news? I literally forgot how to give news. No idea. New layout. Having too many rows can create a new layout to keep. Okay, no worries. You know what? I'm just gonna continue. So again, it's gonna start with the usual daily, same process every time. Let me play music in the background. Okay, that's good. Okay. So if we look, oh, that's like more of a seek and destroy. Why? Because we trade above the high, trade above the low. Oh, we haven't already. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we have something to target, which is the current low day. So if we really look, price reversed off. So again, what I said earlier, that probably Monday is setting up that reversal. Not reversal, but more of like open high low. That weekly profile, but who knows? We might see this gap holding, and then we're just gonna see a delayed protection profile for that weekly candle. But let's see. So previous daily low is the target. Previous daily low is the target. Again, this looks clean. You review. Okay. What do I really want to see? I like this wick, by the way. I like this wick. Why? If we get like a new swing, that would be a clean target. That would be a clean target to trade into. So we got like these fair swings. Same right there with ES. And YM looks the strongest. ES, like in terms of how far price traded, like ES, oh, is this ES? NQ, like really traded the lowest. But in terms of closures, YM closed the strongest, ES is the mid, and NQ closed the strongest because close is C2. But overall I prefer sells than buys actually. Even though like this is a C2. But yeah, I just want to see that draw getting hit. Looking on an hourly, we closed as a bullish C2 again, so that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So we got a PSP. Yeah, so we just got a PSP with no cracking correlation. Like you can use this SMT right there. Like you can use this SMT, but again, it's not relevant because it's not a swing low. Like the better SMT would have been like with this swing or this swing or with that candle. Since we don't have none of them, so we just have a one stage cracking correlation. But ideally, as I said, like I want to take shorts better. I prefer shorts overall. So we just traded into a gap. So the universal model is going to be from internal to external. So I'm just going to go directly because we got a C2 closure. Yeah, the PA doesn't look good at all. Let's see. Let me skip some candles, see what's going to go there. Okay. Wait. All right. We got a C2 closure. Yeah, we did. But I think it's just going to go. I think price is just going to go right now. Yeah, I think price is just going to go. If we got an open high, if we get a new intra-candle change instead, I will take it. Yeah, we did not get it. Did not get it. So like the idea for that trade is look at a 4 hour. Price was so close to that previous daily low. And we had a C2 closure, but again, like on the other assets, like we have like a weekly closures. So I was just going over the fact that we have a draw still open. The day traded above previous daily high. It formed the wicked supports the bearish expansion day. So I was just going with that narrative that we have a gap. This is the new invalidation level. Price did hold that previous daily high. That gap, not the previous daily high. This new invalidation level. So I'm just trading based off that. Let me fix some things, guys. Okay, good. But yeah, there was really no entries right there. Like, the only thing is just like this two-stage, this one stage, but like it's not even a PSP. So yeah, if we had some sort of PSP, that could have been better. But yeah, we did not have any PSP. We did have one here, but like it was not tradable. Like if you wanted to take this C2, you could, but just like look at this opposing run. It's not the strongest, so it would be like so risky. So yeah, we're still early in the candle, so let's just see what we're gonna get. If we're gonna get some sort of reversal or so, what time is it? 11. I'm just gonna skip by. I'm just gonna skip price by 30 minute. Just gonna go to 30 minute. Just gonna skip this candle. So for now, there's nothing really holding price here. So what do I need to see? A new swing and then target that current low of day. That's the only thing you can do, because I'm not gonna take a trade and expect price to dump all the way here. What I want to see, new invalidation level, SMT, some sort of SMT fail, and then take the trade. In cases like this where price is expanding, you can just go to M15 and try to get like an SMT fail or some sort of cracking correlation. Let's see if we're gonna get something. Let's see. So far we're on half. Yeah, we don't know. Let's just skip with that 15-minute candle. So we got this cracking correlation, first cracking correlation, but it's not a PSP. So let's see the next candle. Yeah. Let's see, was there something to trade? Not really. Let's continue. Okay. Like you can take this, like you can. Like on YM, it's a lot better, but we can also form that CISD, so this might be that new level to target, especially that we traded into external. So, but let's see. Transit 3 minute. Yeah, because we kind of confirmed they CISD right there. So that's why that was not a good trade. That was not a good idea. We had we had this SMT fail. With this SMT fail, you can trade it into the highs, but like that would be counter the profile. And again, no confirmation right there. Maybe on a 1 minute. Like maybe you could have taken this one. Like it's too aggressive. Especially what time is it? Yeah, it's like at the end of the 4-hour candle. So you're trying to just cap off that candle's range. So you're going against it. So maybe you just take it right there. Got it high, or just try to get the retest to get to your 2R. But yeah, that's not something I would take actually, especially that late into the candle. So again, so far we're getting a break even. No. I'm just gonna reset chart. Let me see what 30 minutes later on does. Nothing. So we're just gonna go to again New York session. So we just skip to Wednesday. All right. Again. Daily. So oh wow, we did actually trade into the lows. Wow. So again, that's the weekly open. Just gotta set up weekly open. So again, open high, forming the high of the week, and now just expanding lower. So Wednesday already expanded, but have we traded into the lows? Yeah, we did. So let's just see. That's going to be a tricky day. And also like Friday and Thursday are going to be a bit tricky because we don't know if they're going to continue to expand, or like Thursday expands and Friday caps off the weekly range, or Thursday retraces and then Friday trades into the. So let's just see. Okay. Yes. Still haven't traded into that level. YM also still did not trade into that level. But like YM so far is looking the strongest. ES is the mid asset and NQ is the weakest. So again, always YM and NQ, either this is the leading asset or it's the lagging asset. ES is most of the time the mid asset. So for example, if NQ hits a draw and you started seeing it ranging and both ES and YM still haven't hit the draw, ideally you want to trade ES without even looking at the chart. Like most likely ES would be the lagging asset, that would be the mid asset, and it will be closer to the draw, so you'll be able to trade it a lot better than YM. So we probably would see that SMT break with ES, and then ES would hit the draw, and that would be the reversal sequence. So YM would put in like a lower low or something. I hope you guys got the point. If not, I'll probably make a video covering all the concepts that you guys need. They are all out there on the internet, but if you guys want me to do it, let me know in the comments. And yeah, let's see. So the daily again, supports the bearish expansion day. Same for ES, same for Dow Jones, YM. Going to 4-hour. That's gonna be an interesting profile. Let me see. That's beautiful. This 6 a.m. candle is really good. Why? Because we've seen the low of day was formed off of a manipulation and price failed to continue higher, and then we had a C2 with an SMT. And price just expanded lower on the 6 a.m. So it's like a really clean candle that we could have traded, but I didn't trade the 6 a.m. candle. Let me see on the 30 minute. Clean. Look at that. We traded into external. Let me see if we could have got a trade right there. Actually not. Like you could have forced this one. Yeah, this is the only one like we could have been able to trade. Like it's too risky, and you haven't traded into any relevant swing, any relevant key level. So yeah, we could have missed that trade. Maybe like if you try to force it on M1. Yeah, probably force it on M1 like you could. Like either take this one, like this one looks a lot cleaner because this candle is bulky. But anyways, we don't care what happened, so let's just see what's gonna happen now. So what do we got? A new invalidation level, which is this auto block and also this gap. So ideally what do I want to see? Since NQ is so close to the high. YM is really far from the high. What I want to see, a two-stage Kraken correlation. So we got the PSP first. Now I want to see that second stage Kraken correlation, which is the SMT, and then, only then, I can trade the C2. But let's see. 30 minute. Yeah, let's see. So we got the C2 already on NQ. Let me try to go on M3, see what's going on. Let me see. Are we gonna get like a two-stage? Wow, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful trade. Have we traded above the high? Yeah. So here, let's see if we can catch this trade. Is there something we can target right here? We go to external. Let me see it hourly. Traded below this level. You know, we can just target this inside bar. Let's see if it's gonna play out. 3 minute. Okay. So what do we got right now? So let me tell you guys. On the 30 minute, we got a C2 closure into a gap, from a gap, which is the new invalidation level. And this was the PSP. And we got this second stage Kraken correlation. So as you see, this one closed. Oh, that's not a PSP. That's not a PSP. But it closed as C2, but we did not have that intra-candle changing state, this CISD within the C2. So I waited for that C2 to have a CISD. Where is CISD? Is it somewhere in here? Let's just go with it. And then gonna make this one same. And then we get this new invalidation level, and this confirms the high of that 10 a.m. So something that I do, guys, if I don't get a CISD within C2, I wait for that CISD to be on C3 and the intra-candle changing state. So I require 2 double breaks, not just one. Okay, so that's why I waited. Like, if you guys want to be aggressive, since the 10 a.m. confirmed the CISD, you could take this one and probably with stops above the high at 10 a.m. and then go for the low or go for the external. But for me, I just try to be more conservative. And now we got an SMT2. So let's see if price is gonna retrace again. We can go just with 2R. 2R is gonna be somewhere in here. So let me just go ahead. Oh, again, wait. Block now. The nose that we got. Okay, this one. Universal model. Internal to external. Phase of price. We'll start a new expansion profile. We're aligned with that 10 a.m. candle. Kraken correlation. We do have in one stage. We do have just a one stage. We have one stage. Or based off the hourly, if you want to go with the hourly, what do we have? We do have a two stage. We have that PSP and then the two stage. So again, we have a two-stage Kraken correlation and aligned. Yep, we're aligned with the 4-hour. Previous 4-hour was a bearish expansion candle, so we're aligned. And the entry, we got an M5. Okay, on the M3. So let me just go ahead and set my limit. I did not journal that one. It's okay. So let me see if we're gonna get the retest. Okay. Good job. Good job. Good job. So do you guys understand what I did right there? Again, 30 minute formed a C2 candle. I did not get that the CISD within the C2. So what do I require? CISD and also the intra-candle change in state off of a key level. So we got the CISD, a gap, new invalidation level. And to be honest, I was lucky on that trade because I just looked for 2R and then it ended up giving me that. Or you could have waited for a new invalidation level, which is the gap. And as you guys can see, something to note, this is really, really important, and it will save you a lot of L's, and it will help you also minimize your stop loss. When you have a high and a low, and you see it as a protected level, just as I did right now. I'm seeing this high to be protected. It's also the high at 30-minute candle, and it formed a gap. Now you can take the gap, but do not put stops right there. You can just put it in the body. Some people just use the body just after the CISD and use the, like for me, if you form a gap, most likely than not, it will respect the body. So that could have been also an entry and you could have given 2R. But since I put the limit once that candle was before that candle, so I was looking for a 2R, put my stop right there, TP right there, and then I was looking for 2R and it gave me 2R right there. So yeah, this is something to note, guys. And again, NQ traded into the draw, while ES and Dow Jones have not yet, and this is expected because NQ is the weakest asset. So for me, when I take a winner, I just call it a day. But let's just see what price does next. I'm not gonna trade it. And why I targeted that level, just to let you guys know, it was an inside bar on hourly. Let me show you guys. I don't want to go to external. I want to go to that close proximity level. And we got this inside bar, and price tends to react off of inside bars. That level might also be with some sort of respect, but let's just see. Let's see if price is gonna continue lower. I think if we get that CISD lower, we're gonna continue lower a lot. We did not actually. Oh wow. So price decided to retrace further and then continue lower. So yeah, that could have been my trade. That could have been an easy trade. 10 a.m. just trading away from the 10 a.m. high into a draw. That's all what you need. 2R and you'd be out of the market. So what time we had TP? 10:30. So like not even 30 minutes. Again, you should not show up on a chart at 10. Probably like by 9:30. So that way you do your analysis, especially if you trade a lot of pairs. Not pairs, like if you trade a lot of symbols. How do you call it? A lot of tries. For example, you trade oil and you trade NSCs and you trade. For me, I trade gold, silver, NSCs, and also oil. Oil, NSCs, gold, and silver. So 4 tries. You can call it just 3. GC, silver, NQ, ES, YM, and I trade HO, CL, and RB. So I trade all of them. And I go with the cleanest one. Because I go for 1 trade per day. So yeah. So far so good. We're up 2R on that session. So yeah, let's see what happened next. Oh wow, price ended up retracing. Good job. Good job. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to trade like into that level. Especially, this is the manipulation level. So you manipulated this level, so that's why our price reacted. So you wicked all these levels, and since price already traded here, so most likely we respect this one. So yeah, let's go to 10 a.m. So I'm just clear drawings, remove drawings, remove drawings, remove drawings, and now we're gonna go to Thursday. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I just by looking at this, I just love what's going on. I really like what's going on, guys. So what do we have? First, Kraken correlation, and the PSP is the second Kraken correlation. We are into extreme discount. This is Thursday, so the weekly has been expanding a lot, and price haven't really traded back, but we have a failure swing right there. Yeah, so we gotta be aware. So probably price might retrace and then kind of hit that draw. But like so far, just looking on daily, like this is a bearish expansion candle. But I'm just gonna take that quick portion. And since this is not a C2, this is not a C2, but due to the fact that it kind of closed above the level, we have the hourly closing bullish and we have the 2-stage Kraken correlation. I might be risky with that one. I might just risk 0.5% instead of 1%, but I would ideally try that candle, try that trade because it looks good. On a 30 minute, let me see. We have no cracks in correlation, so let me just see the M5. Oh, it's so messy. It's so messy, but let me see what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's so messy, so bad. Okay, now we got the trigger. I think now also trade into previous daily low, trade into previous daily low. Good. Let me see now what price wants to do. So we're just gonna go 15 minutes just to be able to close the trade, to close the candle. Okay, so what do we got now? The 10 a.m. Look at the 10 a.m. That's the problem. 10 a.m. got like a really fat wick. If we want a price to trade higher, look at that wick. Does this support expansion? No. So ideally, you just want to be trade into the open or ideally just above the high if you want to take a trade. Yeah, because this 10 a.m. candle doesn't really support expansion anymore. For bullish expansion, it can still like trade lower, and it might also just expand higher. But just based off the wick, it's a bit too big. Okay, so yeah, we're in extreme discount. So let's see the M5. Do we have a changing state? We do. Let me see if we're gonna get an intra candle change of state. Let me see the M3. What's going on M3? Like for this one, I still say it's a failure swing. We don't have any SMT, so I'm not gonna take that one. Wow, good. So yeah, we just look at that. We just literally traded into the open of the 4-hour candle. So like even if you took that one, you couldn't have managed to take like 2-hour bit. So I think price is gonna, yeah, he's just gonna fuck around a bit. It wouldn't do shit. We can still trade into the high. Let me try to see. This looks valid. This looks actually valid. This looks just a good trade into the high. But like, nah, I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, it just doesn't look good. Yeah, price decided to go there later on, but let's see. What time is it? 12. Okay, I think the 10 a.m. candle already closed, but yeah. So there's nothing really here that we could have traded. Like the only thing is like this C2 inside of C2, inside of this inside bar C2, but like still, there's nothing really could have traded there. The only one is like this candle, but you couldn't have managed to get it. Probably on the M15 if we get like a new swing, and then try to force it on the M1. But probably could have taken like a couple L's. Not really. Yeah, even with the M1 you couldn't manage to get it. So yeah, that was like a day with no trade. And let's go to the, yeah, let's just go to Friday, and that will be the last day, I guess. Let me see how long we're gonna record. 35 minutes, and the previous clip, because I stopped recording, it was like 2 minutes, so 36 minutes. Let's see, let's just finish Friday and then see. Let's see what's the vibe. So what do we got? Oh, the candle daily. So does the daily support does it still support expansion? No, not really. If you want to take sells, not really. Look at that wick. It's not due to the fact that the wick, but like price traded higher, lower, higher, or like price traded lower, higher, and then it's like the wick's a bit big. Also price traded in terms of range, and like, yeah, it traded a lot. Let me see on an hourly. So it traded lower, 80 points, and then 170 points. So already it traded like 250 points already. So, but look at that. Looking on an hourly, we confirmed the high of day with this CISD off of previous daily high. So now like the profile is clear. Okay, we traded above the previous daily high, which is the key level. What do we have? SMT at the highs. ES failed to trade above the high. Also YM failed to trade above the high. 4 hour closes C2, which is beautiful. Beautiful. We are at, this is the current range. Extreme premium. At least we'll trade into this level or this level. Looking on an hourly, we have a CISD confirming the high of day. Hourly CISD off of a key level. What do you want more? Nothing. There's nothing you could ask for more. Hourly. So this is a C3. I would still expect a C4, but since we traded into a level, what do I want to require? I want to require a lower time frame manipulation. So keep that in mind, guys. This is a really important thing to mention. Always, when we trade into a key level, wait for a new phase of price by a manipulation. That is the only way for a new phase of price to start. Okay? So we're going to go to our M5. We already got that intercandle change in state. Another CIC. Look at that 925 candle. It was beautiful. That's a beautiful short, an easy short. Okay, so I will try to go to M3. Ideally, what I want to see, a open low, high, and then get that CISD and then trade it into the gap. That's literally what I would do. Or trade into this level. I would trade into that level. So let's see. My God, I think we missed the trade. There's nothing we could have caught there. Was there any SMT? No, there was not. So yeah, when you kind of get that lower time frame sweep, this is when you tend to see these straight expansion candles. Come on, let's see if we're gonna get a trade. Like we can, if we get that CISD, that would be good. But like, let's just go to 30 minute now and wait for a 30-minute closure. So we're gonna go with another 15 minute. That way we'll get that 30-minute candle closure. So what do we got? A gap. We have a C2, not the cleanest C2. So what do I require? Double change in state if I want to see price trading lower. We don't. 30 minutes. So we're just gonna wait. So again, look at that 10 a.m. 10 a.m. trade up first. Let me see the hourly, how the hourly is doing. So now some people would see this as a reversal profile. We have an hourly swing off of the previous hourly candle, but remember, we got this CISD and this is a protected high. And I don't want to trade into high resistance liquidity. I want to trade into low resistance liquidity. Even though like we traded into a gap and we formed the low at 10 a.m., I would still not take that one. It might play out. It might just take out the high, but due to the fact that we got this CISD off of previous daily high, I'm not gonna trust the fact that this might continue. And I would still marry the bias of sells. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because this is a protected level. You don't want to trade this hourly candle into the high, into a protected swing. So let me go to the 3-minute. We got the intra-candle change of state. We got another one. But this haven't traded off of nothing really. I think I might just take the risk here. Due to the fact, just for how price like was expanding. So I'm just gonna take the risk and take this one. So again, I would say this is my first change in state. You know what? Let's just wait. Yeah, this is not a clean opposing candle. Yeah, so I just want to wait for a clean open high. Hopefully we form a gap and then we form that new opposing run off of that gap. Yeah, even that one is not clean. Thank you. So yeah, like this could have been the trade. This could have been a trade, but like this opposing run wasn't the cleanest, to be honest. And even this one, like he haven't traded into nothing. So 2.5 R there. So again, we got a break even and a winner, and he traded into the highs. Yeah, this one I wanted to wait a little bit, and yeah, it is what it is. Let me see. Was there any trade on like YM? Like YM? Oh, YM is really clean. We got a gap. We got this closure below. So maybe it could have traded into this level. Let me see if price would manage to trade into that low. Yeah, it did. So that could have been like a clean trade, to be honest. Not gonna lie. But like, yeah, the RR wasn't there, so I would have to force it to get 2R. And it would actually. It would have given me my 2R. Wow. Yeah, it would manage to somehow give me my 2R. I think it's gonna continue lower, no? Yeah. Okay, so far again, forming the high at 10 a.m. away from the high of day, confirming the high at 10 a.m. candle, and again, the wick is not the biggest. It still supports expansion into the lows, and especially that we are in extreme discount. Hourly closure, look at that hourly beautifully. It closed beautifully. And yeah, that could, like, now looking at it on the M5, that could have been like a clean trade. Like, that's a protected swing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. So we managed to get like another 2R, but a few lessons learned. If you guys happy to take this type of OBs, that's good. But for me, like, I just like bulky candles, and this one is a bulky candle. This was a bulky candle, but the problem is it traded into nothing. So I want my protected swings to trade off of like in an order block, to be formed off of an order block, which is like a propulsion block, or from a gap. But like for that one, it was formed off of nothing. And especially we took out a low and then just got a retracement and a closure. So there was nothing really valid there. But let me see. There was this SMT, so that's like that was like an SMT fail. So you could manage to get in right there if you want. Look at that. So we got this is the SMT fail, and it's also a PSP if you want to say. Yeah, because it's like more of a doji. This is like a bulky candle. So this was like the highest probably trade? Not. It was not. But like, was there a reason behind it that you could have kind of forced the trade? Yeah, there was. This is like an SMT fail and a closure below. And with like such trade, look at that, bro. The RR is just great. You could have just taken it to the low, that's like 4R, and then to the external, to that next level, 6R. So yeah, that's it really for me today. And I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video right now. And yeah, probably publish it right now. So I'm sure within like an hour it will be on YouTube. So yeah, thank you guys so much. That's the beauty of like just recording straight. That's good. You don't have to do a lot of editing. So I'll just, because the recording stopped, the first recording stopped, so I'm just gonna go ahead, go to Adobe Premiere, just link them, and yeah, that's it. Let me know how you guys find it, if you guys find it beneficial. And yeah, every day I think I'm gonna start publishing one of these videos. So yeah, there will be a ton of value. So yeah, probably this is like 2021, so this is February 2021. I think at least we're gonna finish 2021. So yeah, there will be a lot of backtesting sessions coming in. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. See you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.